Welcome to Relationship Realities with
Roland
and Reyna. We're going to be bringing you a little funny, a little crazy, and a whole lot of reality.
Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back, guys.
If you're new to the podcast, be sure to stick around. You're going to learn a thing or two today, that's for sure.
Yes, definitely on today's episode.
Definitely.
So this episode, we are going to go over what we did last weekend.
Yep.
And we are going to get into some more of John and his drama.
John. Oh, my goodness.
But first, let's get into what we got into this past weekend.
Yeah. We went to the Renaissance Fair up here.
It was awesome.
It was awesome. It was so cool. It's something about the era and the way that they, I don't know, it's like the...
It's like fairy tales,
It is.
Knights and dragons and all those other really cool things, you know?
Yeah, and the actors or whatever, they're so into it.
They were
It
awesome.
just, it radiates off them. And, you know, and like I've said, you can kind of lose yourself, you know, in your mind, like
Right.
when you're watching a really good movie. Same idea.
Right.
Was so cool. The costumes were awesome.
Yeah,
you know?
we spent a pretty good amount of time talking to some of the character actors about their costumes and how they put them together. And there was two gentlemen that were talking about, one of them in particular was saying that him and his wife were the ones that had made his costume. And what was it he said? It took him like 4 months to do the beading on his costume?
Yeah, it was
Something
like,
crazy?
Yeah, it was like 2.5, 3 months, something like that. It was crazy. But the intricacy that went into his costume was...
That was beautiful.
It was insane. Insane. Yeah, so be sure to be on the lookout for a video. Of course, we got a video. So we got a video that's coming out here in the next few days. And so be sure to be on the lookout for that.
Yes, so Roland worked really hard on it. It looks amazing. So excited to share that with everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, guys. So we're getting to the juicy part because I know that's why y'all are listening. So now we got an email from John. We're not going to read it.
Right.
Entirely too long. Okay. But Reyna here is going to give y'all the gist.
Right.
The dirt.
So if you did not listen to the previous episode where we discussed John and his issues, you definitely need to go back and listen to that.
Definitely.
In a very small nutshell, John and his wife were in a happy relationship, and she started to withdraw. She had gained some weight. Their sex life kind of plummeted. He started cheating on her. She was not aware. Just toxic, all around toxic.
All around.
And he was asking our opinion. Obviously, there's more to it than that, so you really have to go listen to the episode to get all of it. But that's pretty much the gist of it. So fast forward to recently. John sent us an email, a message. And in the message, he explained to us that he heard our podcast episode. That, when we talked about the fact that maybe his wife stopped trying to have sex with him was because she was feeling depressed about her self-image. He had not considered that. So that was something that he actually approached his wife about. And lo and behold, we were right.
Yeah.
That was one of the big issues that she was facing. So they decided to go to counseling. And they have, I think at the time he wrote the message, I think he said that there was they had gone to 2 sessions.
Okay, yeah.
So they had gone to 2 sessions. Things seemed to be going better. But in the message, John also said that they still were not having sex as frequently as he would like. So he decided to continue having affairs on the side.
Really?
Yes. So they're in counseling to deal with their issues, but he's still cheating on his wife.
I'm sorry, guys. I got to take a breather for a second.
That's pretty heavy.
That is extremely heavy. That's extremely heavy. I don't want to be the one to judge. Okay? I really am not the person to judge. So, John, when you're listening to this, I'm not judging you, buddy. But I will say from a moral standpoint for myself, that is really bad.
Right. Especially since from the message, the wife has not had any kind of angry blow-ups. She hasn't put her hands on him. She hasn't done anything like that. So at this point, John is the total douchebag because he's the one that is doing all the bad stuff in the relationship.
And continuing.
Yeah, continuing to do it. Can you believe it?
That goes against, babe. That goes against everything we've talked about on this
absolutely.
podcast the entire time, right? So it's not communicating initially at all.
Right.
Still not really communicating because he still is cheating. Second thing, there's no
loyalty to your spouse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No trust, no anything.
Right.
When it comes to any of that stuff. So, really bad decisions, John. Honestly, I'm a little bit disappointed.
Right.
I'm disappointed. Maybe in our last episode, we should have told them, or John, to not continue to cheat.
You would think that would kind of be common sense.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why we didn't put it in.
But there is something else.
What?
There was something else that John asked in his message.
Tell me.
John wanted to know our opinion that once his wife finally, I guess, gets her sex drive back, should he come clean to her about his affairs?
That's a tough question.
Right?
All right, that's a tough question. And it's obvious why it's tough, right? Because
sometimes ignorance is bliss.
Yeah, if you say it, explosion, like fireworks, World War III, I mean, crazy stuff. If you keep it in and don't say anything, maybe you kind of get away with it, but you got to live with the guilt, okay? And you got to live with knowing that you continue to do it. So
and hopefully he's been using protection because heaven forbid he hasn't been, and then there's STDs, there's possible pregnancies, there's all of these other crazy things.
Right, definitely.
Right?
That's kind of a mind F. Okay?
Right.
You know what I mean? But if it was me,
yeah, what would you do? I know you would never cheat on me, but
right.
Let's
if I was in John's shoes, this is, John, let me step in your boots for a second, bud. Give me a second. I got to think about it.
I know.
Long and hard.
This is something you really got to chew on.
Yeah.
So in the editing world, 10 minutes have passed by now. Just so you guys know, we've edited 10 minutes out of this.
Like 10 minutes. All right, John. At least 10 minutes of debate here. Right. In my mind with Reyna. And honestly, John, what I would do is I would tell her. I would tell her because I can sleep at night. Even though it's going to be World War III, it's going to be something really bad. I mean, I might have to sleep on the couch. I might have to move out.
Man, I don't know.
I might have to move out, but at least I would know, right, that I came clean.
But do you think that's kind of selfish? Like, honestly, if she has no idea, none whatsoever, and there is
you still have to live with it. You have to live with it.
Well, yeah, he has to live with it.
No,
but not her.
I couldn't live with it.
So it's selfish.
I'd have to. No, it's not a selfish thing.
If you're saying you can't live with it,
but then
you're going to.
Okay, question, hon. Let's say John doesn't say anything, and then everything's completely fine,
right?
And then something comes up.
Well, like
somehow they find out.
Okay.
Somehow his wife finds out.
Right.
Right. Pregnancy. STD.
Yeah.
Finds some woman's number in his pocket.
Right.
Or goes through his phone, stuff like that. Crazy stuff. Stuff that John really isn't thinking about if he was to make that decision of not saying anything. Because he's
obviously not thinking at all right now.
Obviously. John, you got to tell her. I'm telling you, bud, you're going to want to tell her, because next thing you know, when you least expect it, everything's good. I mean, it's just a beautiful relationship. Everything's completely fine. And then it goes straight down the S.
Right.
You know, because somebody finds out something.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. No. Because the truth always comes to light.
Yeah. And me being me, see, I'm not John. I'm not really in his boots, like in his brain. But stuff like that would eat away at me. Like it would be in my subconscious. It would be in my dreams.
Right.
That kind of stuff like that. You know what I mean? So I definitely have to say something. Yeah. That's just me though, John.
Yeah.
You obviously are making your own decisions, bud.
So we want to know what you guys think. Do you think that John should say something? Or do you think he shouldn't? That is going to be our poll for this week. We're going to have that up for the next week. So we want to hear from you.
Yes, we definitely do.
Should he say something or should he not say something? And if you have comments for John, because obviously he listens and he reads the comments. So we definitely want to hear from you, and we're sure that he wants to hear from you too.
Yes. And there is only options A and B.
Yep.
There is
yes or no.
There is no third option. So yeah, be sure to cast your vote on that. Yeah,
absolutely. And that's going to be up on our Facebook page, and you can get to our Facebook page from our website, rrwithrr.com. And on our website, like I said, you'll be able to find our Facebook link. You'll be able to find our YouTube with all of our videos we talk about all the time, our Instagram, our Twitter, all of that good stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. And be sure to have a look out for that Renaissance Faire video that we got coming out. It's total fun. It's total fantasy. It's really, really cool.
Yes, subscribe to our channel, because you will get all of the notifications, and click on the get notifications to receive everything, so you see all the videos when they come up.
Absolutely.
Yeah, all the hard work that Roland puts into all these videos are great.
Us, honey.
Yeah.
Us, honey.
You are definitely the creative mind behind a lot of that stuff, babe.
Thank you, baby.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, that is this Thursday's episode.
Yes.
Thank you again, as always, for all your support and whatnot.
We appreciate you.
We really, really appreciate you. And until next Thursday, guys.
See you later, guys.
See ya.